Rio on a good day, and it's the Rio Olympic Arena. Welcome to you wherever you might be watching. Good to have you with us for this final session of men's wheelchair basketball. The tournament's been a roaring success, well attended by fans who've been enthralled and educated by the athleticism and skill of the players and their passion. This is the playoff for 5th and 6th involving Australia and Brazil, to be followed by the gold medal game between Spain and the United States. May not be a medal match, this first one between Australia and Brazil, but you can expect it to be played with the usual grit and gusto. 4 wins, 2 losses, Australia, Brazil 2 and 4. Over the years, recently, Australia are gold and 2 silver medals at the last 3 Paralympics, and they won in 1996 in Atlanta Paralympics, so they're disappointed not to be amongst the medals. But keen to show they're still a top 5 nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome the players from our 2 teams. Let's begin with Brazil. Number 4.
Juan Gomes dos Santos, Enrique Vieira, Eric da Silva, Celestino Soares. Captain is number 8, Paulo dos Santos. Edunio Don Buffon. Paulo Dalheimer is number 10. Rodrigo Arau de Carvalho. Amori Alves Viana. Leandro de Miranda.
Number 14.
Marcos Candido Sanchez.
And number 15.
Nuno da Silva.
The head coach of Brazil. And now the players from Australia. Number 4.
Number 4 is Sean Russell for Australia. Bill Latham, Adam Deans.
Number 7.
Key man for Australia is Sean Norris.
Number 8. Josh
Allison, 1 pointers.
Number 10.
Tristan Knowles averaging almost 20 points a game. Yannick Blair.
Tom O'Neill Thorne.
Tom O'Neill Thorne.
Simmons, number 13.
Mike Simmons.
Matt McShane, number 14.
Matthew McShane. And Brett Stivners. And captain is Bradley Ness. 41 years of age. The average age of the teams, Australia just over 30, and Brazil, a few veterans in there, only a couple of players under 25, average age of 33.
Of our competing nation. The anthem of Brazil. of Australia.
Reasonable travelling support for the Rollers, as the Australian team is well known, at least back home. But Brazilian support obviously a little stronger, this being Rio. And this is a good day for Brazil, because 10th in Athens, 9th in Beijing, and the worst they can do here is 6th. It's the Australian lineup. Ben Ettridge, the coach. Campaign hasn't really gone to plan, losing out in the quarter-finals to Great Britain in a match that they really never hit full stride. So they'll be looking to finish the tournament with a good win and at least confirm the team in the top half of the teams taking part here. Brazilian lineup. Keep an eye on Leandro and Marcos, 13 and 14. They are the dominant scorers in the team. 14 and 18 points per game, respectively. Wesley Frank is the coach for Brazil. Latham, Norris, Knowles, Blair and McShane. Starting 5 for Australia. Captain Brad Ness will come in after a little while. And surprisingly, Leandro and Marcos both in starting lineup for Brazil. They play a lot of minutes between them, 35 minutes each. Australia got through the group stage comfortably enough, but lost their quarter-final 51-74, so a 23-point loss to Great Britain in what looked before the match no worse than an even money bet, but they didn't play well, particularly in the second half. And Brazil had wins over Algeria and Iran, lost their quarter-final to Turkey by 16 points. Officials for this classification playoff for 5th and 6th. Netherlands and Canada. So, as is the protocol, the players wheel around past the officials and say good luck, have a good game, be nice to me. Australians tripped up a few unsportsmanlike fouls in the quarterfinal against Great Britain. They play a physical style. Leandro de Miranda, 13 there for Brazil, and 5 for Australia is Bill Latham. Ready for the tip-off. So it's the match for 5th and 6th, and the last day of competition for Paralympic wheelchair basketball. And Australia in this opening quarter working right to left. Immediately into Knowles. Knowles, straightforward basket there. Latham into the game nice and early. Having won the start of the match, he then gets the first basket of the match. Brazil looking to answer. A little bit of shot clock pressure now. Now the shot goes up off the rim, and a player tipped to the floor was Leandro Di Miranda. And Australia quickly scoring again. Tristan Knowles. So Knowles getting his first 2 points, and Australia out to a 4-0 lead inside the first minute. So a bright start made. Should be favoured to win here on rankings, but Brazil will quickly make a game of it. They certainly do. As Di Miranda gets the first points for the host nation. Norris brings it up the court, looking for the open man. It's a bit of a screen to work with. Little dummy works his way to the rim. Oh, really? A basket that 9 times out of 10 he'd make. So a bit of a disappointment there for Norris. No look pass. A little travel call. At least an offensive foul on Alves Viana. So no basket there for Brazil. Norris. Australians getting set offensively. Opens up nicely for Norris. And the basket will count. Well pleased with that. Mr. Knowles applauds his teammates' work. So Norris and Knowles averaging around 35 points per game between them. Norris to the line. He's from Perth, Western Australia. Australia given a little more freedom on the court in this match than they were against Great Britain in their quarter-final. As the long shot goes up and goes. And the three-pointer is awarded. Candida Sanchez. Marcos Candida Sanchez. Quick 2 in reply from Sean Norris. And he's promptly got 5 points. This is better shooting from Australia. Brazil not applying too great a pressure over man taking the shot. Defensive rebound eventually taken. Knowles looking for a little bit of support. The defense rushing back for Brazil. Inside to Knowles. And Brazil yet to work out how to shut down this dynamic pair of Norris and Knowles. They're getting too many open looks. Too easy deep into the paint. Sanchez. Foul there. It's actually a turnover against De Silva. 3 seconds in the key. Norris. Jams off the rim. No good. Latham with the missed shot. De Miranda with the defensive board. Australia with a 6-point lead. Almost 4 minutes gone. Norris draws the foul there. Goes against De Silva, and that's his second. Radness into the game. two-time world champion, Beijing gold medalist, 2008. He's seen it all, Brad Ness. Knowles and Norris still on the court, joined by Ness. So Ness, Knowles and Norris. But, that time it doesn't go. And bring it up the court, Leandro de Miranda. Santos. And the captain gets the basket. Acquired his impairment after an accidental gunshot wound. Ness. So yes, a straightforward attempt from him, and it's off the glass and the rim. And the defensive board taken by De Silva. Blair. Foul against him, and De Silva. Ooh, that could have been ugly. Tumbles forward from the chair and to the line goes Junior De Silva. Just to narrow the gap to 2. Well taken. Australia with 60% shooting from the free throw line, 56 for Brazil. Field goal percentages, for your interest, Australia coming into this match at 47%, Brazil 44%. Oh, sweet shot taken by Brett Stibners. And he gets his first points of the match. Just joining us, this is the classification playoff for 5th and 6th. Long attempt from Marcos Candido Sanchez, doesn't go. Collision on the halfway line. A foul against Australia. And it's Tyke Simmons. Miranda drawing the foul. Four and a half left in the first quarter. Fairly free scoring quarter it is too. Ness's hands were all over the shooter, but he got it away well, did Leandro de Miranda. He now has 4 points, a couple for De Silva and Dos Santos for Brazil. Well, a nice disguise on that from Ness. Tyke Simmons with the points. The assist from Ness. And that'll be a Brazilian ball slapped out by Ness. Shepherding Leandro away from the bucket if he can. Trying to keep the Brazilian key players out of the paint. Missed shot from Paulo César dos Santos. As I mentioned, his gunshot wound that was the cause of his impairment and spinal damage. He and his cousin, inexplicably to me, I need to know more about it, they were playing with a gun, and unfortunately it fired. Dos Santos has played a lot of games for for Brazil. He was around in 2004 in Athens when they finished 10th. Neil Thorne. Born in the Northern Territory in Nhulunbuy. Lives in Perth now. There probably aren't too many athletes in the Australian team from Nhulunbuy. That is seriously a long way from big cities. Does well at the line though, and he's got a couple of points. Better ball movement from Brazil. Got the open man at the free throw line. And Ness, maybe in his peripheral vision, did enough to put him off the shot. So the miss against Alves Viana. And Stibner's got the rebound. Australia looking to convert the stop. No basket. Oops. Mitchell nearly had his foot run over there. It's pretty willing. Eric Da Silva checking into the game. 37-year-old, averaging almost 10 points per game. So some good strength off the bench for Brazil. Speaking of which, bench points, Australia about 21 per game, 13 for Brazil. But Brazil quite effective on the fast break. 17 points per game on the break compared to Australia's 9.5. Australia's had a fairly productive first quarter here though. Just a bit too firm on the glass for that one to go. And Neil Thorne missing. He's the youngest in the Australian team at 19. And Brazil trim the lead to 4. It's Dos Santos picking up points 3 and 4 for him. Stibner's looking for the open man, finds the long arm of Ness. And his aim is just a little off at the moment. So Ness 0 from 2 from the field. He's had 2 good looks. And Brazil, nice little rally here, back to 17-15, prompting a timeout. Da Silva getting the last bucket for Brazil, causing some concern across on the Australian side. So Ben Ettridge calls the boys in.
That's what it is. If you don't want to push the fucking chair, the subs are coming. Get the fucking paint out here. They give you the paint with no help. We're shooting contested 15
Apologies
footers.
for the volatile language. Ben Ettridge is obviously a little upset about how things have slipped away in the last couple of minutes. Threat to the 5 on the court that he'll be going to the subs if there's not greater effort. So it's not just the players who bring passion to the game, it's the coaching staff who have a lot invested in the outcome and the process. Adam Deans will be coming into the game. Ness after a couple of misses. He's been subbed. Stibbness paying him plenty of attention, the Brazilian defence. 7 on the shot clock, and there we have it. A relieving three-pointer for the Australians. Stibbness. Attempt in reply, just a little short. 5-point lead is probably minimum value for the quarter that we've seen from Australia. They've looked the better team, but it hasn't translated too convincingly on the scoreboard. Adam Deans. Another of the Australians from Perth. Nothing too flash happening at the line for him. A possession back though. Brazil might get the last effective shot away. That one doesn't go. Foul goes against Stibbness. Leandro to the line. There'll be 9.4 seconds left after this. The Australians will have to be efficient, move the ball down and get the shot away. See what they can do here. Find the open man. 1 second. Doesn't get it away. So the Brazilians will be quite happy with the last few seconds of that opening quarter. And they won't be unhappy that they only trail by 3. Australia looked in the middle stages of that first quarter as though they might build quite a lead. Instead, it's 20-17 in the playoff for 5th and 6th. At the free throw line. Brazil, that always helps. Australia shooting at 50% and Brazil 42 from the field. Although there was that very welcome three-pointer from the Australians through Stibbness. These teams then haven't met until now. They've come through different groups. Australia was in Group A along with Spain and Turkey, behind whom they finished 3rd in the group. All on 9 points, those 3 teams. Australia missing out on a higher position on points difference, plus 49. So they found themselves playing Great Britain in their quarterfinal. Brazil coming through Group B, which was headed up by the USA and Great Britain. Brazil just into 3rd place ahead of Germany. And then they lost their quarterfinal to Turkey. Underway in the second quarter. It's Australia by 3. 5th place on offer here in the last game for these teams at the Paralympics of 2016. Six on the shot clock. Reverse over shoulder layup, if you like. No good. So the miss against Miranda. Norris down court to Knowles, faking left and right. Norris has a pop from long range. Foul's been picked out of that against Blair. It's been so good to see families attending the games, and part of that has been more reasonable pricing. We're worried about the attendances prior to these Paralympics starting, but responded well, the Brazilian public, to publicity about the games, the better pricing options, and they've turned up in fantastic numbers. And overall, around 2 million tickets sold for the Paralympics. More than attended in Beijing, not as many as London 4 years ago, where the good folks of England really set a new benchmark. Down goes Bill Latham. Latham well and truly locked up. 3 on him. Now Sean Russell. Latham out, Russell in. Been no score in the second quarter. Sanchez and finds Leandro, and Brazil back to within 1. Norris got the shot away early. Fortunate perhaps to get the ball back through Knowles. Norris again. Knowles, was he outside? Yes, he was. Seven points for Knowles. We've got the man inside, and he gets the points. Eric Da Silva. Miranda has 8, 4 now for Da Silva. Australia getting strong resistance from Brazil in this match that the Aussies would have been expecting to win. Shooting at around 44%, Australia. Brazil, for their part, as that one lips out, 47%. Russell waits for help. Comes from Norris. Knowles back to Norris. Oh, Norris. Good defense on him, put him right off his shot. It wasn't too close, was it? Candido Sanchez. Creates a bit of space for himself. Top of the key, Leandro. He's having a fine game. He's keeping Brazil more than in this. He's the first man to double figures. They're out shooting Australia. Foul against De Silva there. Knowles managing to draw the foul. De Silva's first personal. Stibners and Ness both back into the game. Couple of high pointers there. Stibners a 4 and Ness a 4.5. Total classification points allowed on court 14. And the players with the least impairment have the highest classification points. Norris. There's a 3-pointer, and that's 1 point. 3.0 being his classification. I watched the Australians warming up here, and they spent some time at the free throw line going through their warm-up drills. I think they shot about 3 out of 20 while I was watching that particular part of their drill. At the free throw line so far in this match, they're 3 from 7. Not particularly good when your tournament average is 60%. There's lots of ways to look at statistics, but you can get to the end of a match and look at a free throw percentage and say, well, that is the difference between winning and losing. You shoot 2 from 8 and your opponent shoots 7 from 8 and you lose by 5, well, so I better do some practice. And Brazil with the lead at 25-23. Dos Santos with their most recent bucket. That's half a dozen points for him now. And the Australians are doing quite well from outside. Stibners with a second 3-pointer. He's 2 from 2 outside and just 1 2-pointer. He's 8 points now. And Australia back with a skinny lead. 4:50 left in the second quarter. Some finger pointing going on. So we've got a timeout at 26-25. Brazil shooting at a healthy 50% for their 2-point attempts. 1 from 2 from outside.
Eric, vai no corte. Jatobá, desce. Juan, desce. Bate bloqueio, corte continuação. Se sai para ajudar, bate bloqueio, abre o pivô. Se é para esse lado que sai, Eric, você não corta e abre. E dá uma opção fora, pra se afogar.
Good wrist strength to manufacture those shots. Not much bend in the elbow. Blair, Norris. There's the Brazilian flag with the night sky depicted in that centre circle of blue. 1 star for all the states. There's 26 of them, plus 1 for the federal district. Foul must go against Ness. And so Leandro, chance for the 3-point play here. So Ness collects his first personal foul. And that's for 13 points for the number 13, and he gets it. Norris just nudging the ball ahead. Must be a bounce every 2 pushes. Occasionally you see the travel violation called. And Ness, after a couple of early simple misses, draws Australia level again at 28 all. Leandro back to the line. Stibner's the second foul against him. Having a lot of trouble with Leandro. Australia, he's having a fine game indeed. Does not look like missing those, does he? So Leandro is 5 from 5 at the line. Brazil 7 from 7. Points are a useful contribution to their total. Ness. And he'll go to the line. Managed to draw the foul. That coming from Gomes dos Santos, the captain. Paulo Cesar dos Santos is the captain. Gomes dos Santos is the number 4. Ness. Ness now with 5 points. Long attempt goes up and goes in. That time from Marcos Candido Sanchez. Outside shooting of both teams is remarkably good, really. Brazil are 2 from 3. Ness, 3 on him. I don't know how he hopes to escape from there. He will eventually now. But Brazil got him to the front court. They can let him go. Oh, wee. Good collision there. And players pointing at each other. And I think that's another foul against Stibner, so that's 3. And we're not yet at half time, so that might cause some rethinking about the lineup as Tyke Simmons comes back into the game. Knowles is back in. Deans is back in. Deans in 6. .33 all. We're in for a good second half as these teams chase the honour of finishing 5th as opposed to 6th. 10 on the shot clock. Open man is finally found. Basket's waved away. Blair. Tyke Simmons, the offensive foul. So Brazil goes straight to the line. Foul problems again for Australia. Stibner's actually called on a tech foul. Following the foul from Simmons. Back to the lead go Brazil, and back to the bucket goes Leandro. 17 points for the half, and he's probably not done yet. Missing off the glass, Australia. Tyke Simmons. Good steal, Australia. Knowles looking to finish it off. Fruit for the sideboard, as they say. He doesn't miss many of those. And Knowles, 9 points. It's a tap on the back from Blair and Simmons.
Pequeno fora, é uma. Vem lá. Espera aberto. Espera pequeno com pequeno, grande com grande aberto. Pequeno inicia o movimento. Ataca o meio. Atacou o meio. Entra o grande. Campo. Faz isso lá com o Júnior. Não, faz com o Luan você. Ataca o meio.
Knowles and Blair having a chat. Simmons and Deans likewise. Minute 50 left in the second quarter. Australia led 20-17 at quarter time, so marginally ahead in this second term. Brazil 18 points to 15. That man Leandro giving the pass. It's been a real thorn in the side for Australia. Oh, the tap from Deans gives the ball back to the opposition. So from the side, Sanchez. Sanchez, well protected. But Knowles gets it to the open man. This time it's Bill Latham. Not too much reaction from Ettridge. He's not too thrilled really that Brazil are this close at half time. Oh, great gather that one from Junior da Silva. Teams level again. Inside the last minute of the first half. Surprisingly and enjoyably even contest, this one. Brazil have never finished in the top 5 at the Paralympics. They had a 9th and a 10th. Australia regular medalists. Gold in 96 and 08, silver in 04 and 2012. World Championship winners 2010, 2014. The dominance in most sports is fairly cyclical. You lose good players, or you leave a couple of good ones at home, and tournaments can not produce what you might hope or be used to. pass off the back of the chair, but Brazil regather. Shot never looked on target. We were right in line with that one, and let's see, came out of the hand a little off target. Australia got to be clever with their last 6 or 7 seconds. Knowles might have to pull the trigger himself. Turns, does just that, and no good. Leandro takes the rebound, and we're out of time. But Australia with a narrow lead, and narrowly the quarter goes to Brazil by 20 points to 19. So it's all to play for in the second half. It's going to be a good one. Hope you can stay with us here at the Rio Olympic Arena, where it's 39-37 Australia in the playoff for 5th and 6th. So there are some of the key stats out of first half. So 3 steals for Australia. That's not always their most productive area. And some good 3-pointers as well, 3 out of 4. 5 for the game. Brazil chipping in with a couple themselves. Rebounds, nothing much in those stats. All points from turnover. Very even, and you'd expect that with just 2 the difference in the score. Australia at half-time in this playoff for 5th and 6th, leading 39-37. Australia leading 39-37 as we're about to resume this classification match for 5th and 6th. Toss in a couple of more numbers for you. Leandro for Brazil, who has 17 points, averages for the tournament 14 per game, so 17 and a half for Leandro de Miranda, and he is a really important figure in this match. He's shooting those 17 points at 75%, so it would seem the Australians are not defending him particularly well. They haven't worked him out yet. Australia has 8 scorers on the sheet. Knowles with 9, Stibbins with 8, Ness with 7. Underway in the second half. Australia with a small lead. Brazil narrowly won the second quarter. And let's see who has the resilience, who has the skill to get the job done here. Turnover mid-court. Oh, clash of bodies and chairs. And down goes Tristan Knowles. That happened at some pace. He gets up. The boys are tough. Australians in a little bit of foul trouble. 11 personal fouls to 9. And unsurprisingly, after the severity of this collision, Knowles has got a bit of a gear problem here. Good idea to protect the basket support structure. In it goes. He's away. I know a couple of Formula One teams that wish it was that easy to change a wheel. I wish it was that easy on our own car, I suppose. So there was no foul on that early play, by the way. Knowles is attributed with the blocked shot, and then Latham the defensive rebound. Norris to the line. They have got such a cold hand at the free throw line. They're 4 from 8 now, as 4 from 9. Compared to Brazil's 7 from 10. They were 7 from 7 at one point, Brazil. Leandro. Oh. You see the way the higher functioning athletes are able to maneuver their chair without actually touching the wheels. Candido Sanchez, 8 points now after the assist from Leandro. Just a shift of the body weight is enough to change direction. Many skills at work for all of these Paralympic athletes. Fans who've not seen a lot of Paralympic sport before, it's a real eye-opener to see and learn what can be done. And that's what it's about. It's about ability, performance, athleticism, and ultimately enjoyment. Shut down there was Blair in his attempt to get to the ball. And a rare miss from Leandro. Blair gets a second look and gives it across to Bill Latham. So a handy turnover there for the Australians. Haven't had a lot of possession at the start of this third quarter. 2 points each in the third. In the first half, we had a look there at the shooting percentages. Australia field goal percentage overall 55 to Brazil's 52 in the first half. There's nothing in the rebounds, really. Offensive rebounds, Brazil took 1 and Australia 2, so that's reasonably low return there. But the shooting's been quite all right, so we don't get too many looks at offensive rebounds. 12 each in the defensive area. Oh, that one goes for Sean Norris. Seven points now for Norris. Leandro. Foul, offensive foul goes against Pedro Vieira. That's his first. Norris has drawn the foul, and they're chalking up a few here. Brazil. So very much in that. Vieira gets a second. And checking in is Eric Da Silva. And Vieira straight out after a couple of quick fouls. Norris, see we go at the line this time. Whoa, that's a bit better. At last, say a couple of the Aussie fans. Can't get both though. Started with a 5-point lead, and it was 2 at half time. Brazil working hard to establish an open man. Nice pass. And well finished for Eric Da Silva. Points for him outside the paint. Making 6 in all. And there's another 3 from Australia. They're having quite a good day from outside. Knowles, 12 points now. Shooting from outside, Australia's 4 from 5. Stibner's with a couple, Knowles with a couple, Norris none from 1. But both Knowles and Stibner's are 2 from 2. Stibner's not on the court at the moment. He's run into a bit of foul trouble. He actually has 4, so we may not see him for a bit. Causes a bit of a problem for that man. Ben Ettridge. Stibner's plays about 19 minutes per game. And to this point, he's only played 9 minutes. He's got 4 fouls. Good defense. Eric Da Silva. Give him the block shot. Australia by 6 as Marcos Candido Sanchez checks in. As does Brad Ness. Tyke Simmons. Foul is against Latham. And that's his second. Leandro accepts the pass. A little bit of a mismatch there, and scores. Da Silva again. Junior Da Silva there in an animated discussion with his teammates. Margin back to 4. Ness shoots quickly and wide. Might be one against Duan Gomez dos Santos. A little hand on the arm, on the shooting arm too. Just a friendly tap, but I'm sure it's enough to put you off your shot. Ness just into the game. Okay with the second. How is that stat now? 6 from 14 at the line, Australia, 43%. Ouch. Good ball movement. And they finish it off. Leandro. Yes, they can. Oh, goodness, he's a player. Well, they double and triple team him, and still he gets the shot away and goes to the line. He's a powerful man. They were all over him. Knowles got a double piece, but when the shot left his hand. He was able to make it accurate. He gets the bonus. Australia 48-46. Ness. Ness again. Oh, just catches in the jaws and spills out. Oop, 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 players down. And it's Norris. That's a bit of assistance there from Matt McShane. McShane from the Gold Coast, Norris from Perth. And just managing to stay upright was Brazil's Marcos Candido Sanchez. So it's a pretty physical game. Australia just cannot shake off Brazil and look to establish a good break. And then back comes Brazil. Leandro took the rebound out of the hands of De Silva. Australia's possession. A rare wild pass from Brazil. They've been pretty careful with possession. .46, so it's 9-all in this quarter. Relatively low scoring with 4:06 left in the term. The first two quarters, 37 points in the first and 39 in the second. Knowles this time. On goes the wheel. Mentioned in an earlier game, if ever you can get to a match, or even better to training when they're really pushing it, the smell of burning tyre rubber is quite noticeable. That one's no good. Ness. Norris. 5 on the shot clock. Oh, won't go. You've got to look at the rebound too, Norris, but it's fallen Brazil's way, and the next possession to draw level. Sanchez, he does. They're running on confidence now, really put some pressure on the previous Australian possession, cashed in on their own. Candido Sanchez now with 10 points. Ness, quick pass. Knowles. And nothing will go for the Australians at the moment. Must be something over that basket. No way through it. And foul there against Ness. He made the contact. So for Ness, that's second personal foul. Candido Sanchez will go to the line. He's got 10 points. Got 11. The Aussies might have been early into the key on that one. Sometimes they call it. They don't bother to call it if the free throw is successful. Stivner's back in. And the Brazilians will be trying to make him foul. He's on 4. Norris. And now into Ness via Stivner's. 2.5 minutes left in the third. 12-11, Brazil lead the quarter. 2019, they won the second. Australia the first by 3, 20-17. Norris took up just the right position under the bucket. Ness gets the long pass. That's the way to get out of the backcourt in a hurry. It's A-way. Ness, too tall for those gathered around him there, so easily takes it. Not their best possession, that one. Australia, they have plenty of time to construct something. And it counts. So Brazil to the lead. Eric da Silva. And to shoot for the bonus. Oh, that's that's reasonably soft. Well, there's contact on the arm, and that's all right. I've been calling them like that. You just ask for consistency, and I think we've seen fouls like that called earlier in the match, so we'll let that one go through with a nod, and certainly Brazil will. As Deans comes in. Silva now with 11 points. So they're getting other contributions apart from Leandro. This is a promising development for Brazil as they start to unravel the Australian effort late in the third quarter, and he doesn't look happy, Ben Ettridge, and he's got a few reasons to feel that way. This team have picked up a couple of sloppy habits late in this third quarter. Loose passing, 4 fouls, and the opposition has played its part with some accurate shooting. Brazil field shooting now at 53%. And the Brazil cry goes up. Crowd more than aware of how Brazil has turned things around on the scoreboard. And they will go into the last quarter, it would seem, with the lead. They've now outscored Australia 17-11 in the third. So that, to me, means they've scored the last 6 points. Into the game comes Sean Russell. Leandro with a miss. Australia badly needing to make this possession count. Knowles, 10 on the shot clock. Little hand in there from Leandro. Some worried faces there, nails being chewed. Knowles still unhappy with that wheel. Is it might be running out of sort of just right for his chair? Stibner's back in. Brazil by 4. There's 6 on the shot clock. Off the glass and good. A much needed one for Australia after having the wind taken out of their sails in the last 2 minutes by Brazil. And that is the end of the third quarter, so still a very even contest. This is a good game. No medals at stake, but plenty of pride on the line. 54-52, Brazil go to a break for the first time in the lead. Who's it to be? We'll grab 5th place. And a healthy 51% 2-point field goals to Australia's 45. 22 defensive boards to 17. A little bit of a margin opening up there. Australia won the first quarter. The next 2 have narrowly gone to Brazil, and they enjoy that 2-point lead with 10 to play. It's the last game for both teams at these Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Wonderful crowd building here at the Rio Olympic Arena. The gold medal match also on the card for today. It involves USA and Spain. The USA the warmest of favourites. Dido Sanchez shoots over the traffic. And Australia take the first defensive rebound of this last quarter. Stibner's has to be very careful in defense. He's on 4 fouls. Josh Allison for Australia gets his first 2 points. And a player tumbling to the floor, back play there. That's Tristan Knowles. Other teams always pay him plenty of attention. There's the mascot wrapped in the Brazilian flag. How about that? The mascot's name, if you haven't caught that already, is Tom. For the Paralympics. It's Vinicius in the Olympics, and there is a connection between those 2 names. Forgive me if you've heard the story, but Tom Jobim was the singer of The Girl from Ipanema. Vinicius, the composer of that very, very famous song. so it came to be that the two mascots for the two games were named after the composer and the singer. Tied up at 54 all. Knowles. It's a 2-point lead for Brazil at three-quarter time. Minute and a half gone. They actually haven't scored yet, so this would be nice if this one went for them, and it won't. So it's just dried up a little bit for them. Nicely weighted pass to pick up Knowles. Deans looked like he got checked in the paint there. Tom O'Neill Thorne supporting his team, as you'd expect. Personal foul goes against Alves Viana, who's been subbed out, and in comes Dos Santos. If that one drops in, oh, that's rather fortunate. Oh. Deans. And he gets them both. He got the roll both times. So due some better outcome at the free throw line, Australia. They've been a bit poor, really, through the first three quarters, given those opportunities. Australia 4-0 at the start of this quarter. They've retaken the lead. Blair did a bit much defensively. I think Eric De Silva's off to the line here to get the extra and retake the lead if he can be accurate when he gets there. Well, he is there when he gets the shot. He's only had one free throw and was successful with it. Not this time. Pretty young team this from, beg your pardon, what I meant to say was not a lot of young players in this Brazilian team. 23-year-old Gomes dos Santos, 22 Vieira, 26 Alves Viana, the only players in their 20s, as Australia gets another nice little bonus from Stibners, and he's up to 11 points. Open shot from right on the free throw line. Stibners is 3 from 3 from outside, so 9 of his 11 points outside the arc. Player on his own, up the court, Sanchez. Eludes a bit of traffic steaming past him. De Silva does well, except with the shot. Australia by the 1. 6.5 to go. Junior De Silva back into the match. Goes to Stibners. That's off. Leandro the rebound. They'll have a tight finish to this match, it would seem. Oh, thank you very much. Just a look amongst the officials as to whether that was a 2 or a 3. 2 points only. The Brazilian coach, Thiago Jose Frank, had 3 fingers in the air, hoping that it might have been a bigger score. No. Candido Sanchez, though, has 15 points. Plenty of lead changes. Latter stages of the third quarter and here into the fourth. 6 minutes left in the Paralympic campaigns of these two teams. Stibners weaves his way towards the bucket and gets the points. So what's he up to now? 13. Sanchez met by McShane. Sticking with him. Leandro, man inside. It was De Silva. He was there for too long though. Stibners, no real arc on the shot, bit flat, hits the backboard. And Brazil race down court with it. Leandro. Got Sanchez on this side, unattended really. Well, Australia had a double look at it and eventually got the steal. Nice hard work done in there by Blair. Had a couple of goes at it. Jatoba. That's his nickname. Paulo Cesar dos Santos. Tristan Knowles. In that mini visit to the line. And free throws now 9 from 18. Or 4 from 8 at halftime. So have not been able to lift that stat above 50%. And they're 60% for the tournament. And Brazil 56. It's not as simple as boiling the game down to percentages and stats, but you can cast your eye across some of the key ones and say, well, see if we were just that 1 or 2% better there, we would have got a different result. See if it boils down to 1 or 2 points. And 2 points it is for Brazil to tie it up at 62 all with 4:20 left. Silva with 6 points now for Brazil. That is Junior De Silva as opposed to Eric De Silva, who are 15 and 6 in the shirt numbers. So you reach a situation where Brazil aren't unhappy to send Australia to the line because they've been so poor there. That's a better return. Lifts the percentage a little. Under 4 minutes left. Great bounce pass into the key. And no, the basket won't count. And Brazil disappointed with that decision. A not very subtle foul from Knowles. At least they've offered up fewer fouls than Brazil in this important last quarter. Attempt for three. Oh, and Leandro's there. Gets the offensive rebound. Looks around, says, what about the foul? None there. Well, at least none given. So Leandro is up to 22 points. And who's got the most points for Australia at this point? It's Norris with 12 and 13 for Stibners. He's still on that remarkable 3 from 3 from outside. Norris spun around. That's a... Oh, and straight in. Well, it found a little bit of his range there at the line, and Australia out to 67-64, and Norris now with 13. Australia leading this last quarter 15-10. They dropped the second and third 20-19 and 17-13. 3 minutes 14 left. Time aplenty for Brazil to make another run. 3 points. There's nothing. Leandro. Oh, bad decision there to offload. Norris was out the back of the court. He was expecting Knowles to pull the trigger. Was it Latham? Anyway, 2 3/4 minutes left. Self-inflicted stop. And Brazil, well, Leandro picks up the crumbs. Sanchez. Did well to get a shot away from there. 2 on the shot clock. Out it comes. Crucial misses. Oh, crucial misses at both ends of the court as down goes Deans. Cut him off at the pass and bangs his head on the floor, which is a reasonably hard surface. Coach for Brazil is Thiago Jose Frank. Stibners has played with great self-control on 4 fouls. Super basket under pressure. Knowles with 15. Miranda at half-time had 17 points. So Australia's done a good job on him in the second half to limit his total. 22 now. So just 5 points for Leandro in the second half. Deans. Won't harp on it. But will it matter? Leandro. Sanchez. 5 on the shot clock. And he drains it, Leandro. He's got to be the go-to guy in the clutch. He is a star. 13 rebounds, 24 points. Leandro's points per game average is 13.7. Janet Blair foul there. He goes to the line. Blair, one of 2 one-pointers in the squad, the other being Tyke Simmons. I said I wouldn't harp on it, but it's going to be very costly if Australia loses this match. That will be the stat that jumps out at them. Their free throws now are 12 from 25. They've had lots of trips to the line, and they could be sitting on a 6 or 8 point lead instead of what they are. There's an important bucket. Blair upright again. I'm sure it's his habit to be chewing gum while he's playing, but I don't know. If you get a solid contact, you accidentally swallow it. Australia by 3. And 68 seconds left. This is the classification match for 5th and 6th. Brazil giving a really good account of themselves. Thiago Frank trying to construct something here. Three-point play, perhaps. They've had 3 attempts from outside. 5. They're 2 from 5. And Dido Sanchez is 2 from 4 out there. The other attempt came from Eric Da Silva, and he missed. There are other ways to get 3 points in a hurry. 2-point basket and a foul. It's not easy to play for that, of course. Do they set up a 3-point play? Is it too far out from the end of the match to do that? They get 2 points and then a stop. Oh, they left him wide open, Australia. And well taken. Dos Santos, captain. Australia out of the backcourt without a problem. That's first part of the puzzle solved. Really need to score on this possession. 12 on the shot clock. Norris a bit stuck. 5 on the shot clock. Knowles has to put it up. Doesn't go. Leandro's there. Now this is the possession for the game, perhaps. Leandro down the court. This will be one of the best victories in Brazilian wheelchair basketball if they get it. They're already looking at their best finish. They were 10th in Athens, 9th in Beijing. And to the line goes Marcos Candido Sanchez. Couple of deep breaths. And he draws them level. What a finish. And he nails it. And what a difference at the line. It tells the story. Brazil 71% with their free throws. Australia a disappointing 48%, 12 from 25. Brazil 12 from 17. This is when the coaches earn their money. Well, the crowd on the edge of their seats. What fine entertainment this is. Nail-biting stuff. Australia really favoured to win this match. Norris. Knowles. Ness. Out it comes. Disputed ball. And Brazil have it. And there it is. Brazil have claimed 5th place with a precious victory over the Australians, who were silver medalists 4 years ago and tumbled to 6th in Rio. They kept their cool in the crucial minutes, Brazil. And the Australians, their campaign has not been what they expected or what was expected of them. Australia got through to a quarter-final, which they lost 74-51. It was a big loss to Great Britain, and now they have surprisingly lost to Brazil. So they have limped out of the tournament really in 6th place. But for Brazil, it's a monumental achievement. 70-69 to defeat Australia and claim 5th position.